Hi, my name's Sherry Bernson, and it's an encore presentation of America, Freedom to Fascism. And we have very special guests here in our studio with us. Hey, I've got to thank our terrific phone bank who's here. They've been back. I think it's their third visit, actually. Thanks to Fran for putting this great group together. It's Colorado911visibility.org is their website. They are a multi-partisan group of Colorado citizens dedicated to educating the public about what really happened at 9/11, and they're calling for an independent investigation. That's right, call now. We've got great volunteers from Visibility 9/11 waiting to take your call. I'm joined by Earl Staelin. He's part of the phone bank, and Earl was on with us last time we went live with this show. And Earl, you've been doing a lot of independent investigation into 9/11, correct?
Yes, but not until 2006. I bought into the official story for a long time from the beginning. And I coordinate a weekly educational program, and someone asked me to put on a program on 9/11. I was very skeptical, and I did not agree to put it on until I was assured that there are some very prominent, for example, physicists who's analyzed the building collapses and concluded they were caused by controlled demolition. And some of the people in the group have very good credentials. But I still expected, when I agreed to put it on, to find a lot of flaws in it and see through it, because my career has been as a trial lawyer, and I've handled a lot of cases involving engineering, physics, and scientific issues. But when I saw the program, I was actually very surprised to find some very compelling evidence. For example, that the building collapses, the two twin towers that people do know about, as well as Building 7, a block away, that collapsed, all of them in free fall time, or very nearly free fall time, on the same day. The only three buildings in history ever to collapse due to fire, that is, tall steel buildings. There's a great deal of additional information about the building collapses, what I would call smoking guns. For example, tons of molten steel found in the basements of these buildings, when it is well documented from physical science that the temperatures caused by building fires like that, particularly where you see black smoke indicating low temperatures, and the steel that was tested by NIST showed no more than 482 degrees Fahrenheit. Steel does not melt until it reaches 2,750 degrees Fahrenheit.
So Earl, let me ask you. So you're saying, and your investigation is saying, that what we've been told by mainstream media and everyone else about 9/11 is not totally correct.
That's correct. That is the official stories from the mainstream media. However, Paul Thompson put together from mainstream media stories. These are journalists doing a conscientious job of investigation. Hundreds and hundreds of stories that actually document pieces of this. And it's the diligent research of a number of people who put these together and shown that even in mainstream media, a lot of the official story is shown to be false.
Well, we've taken a lot of flack for presenting a different opinion about this, but we're going to continue to present a lot of opinions. I'm back here with Earl Staelin. He's part of our great phone group. It's Colorado 9/11 Visibility. To learn more about them, you can go to Colorado911visibility.org. They are calling for a full public disclosure of and accountability for the events of 9/11 via an independent investigation willing to follow the truth wherever it leads. And Earl is part of several groups calling for an independent investigation into 9/11.
9/11 Visibility, Colorado, and then Scholars for 9/11 Truth, and a few other groups like that. So,
Earl, we were talking on camera a little bit earlier about some of the failure with the air defense around 9/11. Can you share that information with our viewers?
Yes. Norman Mineta was the Secretary of Transportation on 9/11. He testified under oath before the 9/11 Commission, and people can access that video. He said he came into the White House basement conference room at 9:20 in the morning. Cheney was already there. About 5 or 6 minutes later, a young man came in and said, the plane is 50 miles out. This is the plane that hit the Pentagon. he came in again. The plane is 30 miles out, and then the plane is 10 miles out. He said, does the order still stand, addressing Cheney? And Cheney whipped his neck around and said, of course the order still stands. You haven't heard anything different, have you? And a couple minutes later, the Pentagon was hit. Now, the Pentagon is the most heavily defended building in the world, and Andrews Air Force Base is 10 miles away. The implication is that the order was to stand down, not to shoot it down.
But why would they want to take down an American plane with American citizens on it?
Well, obviously,
I've got to ask.
That gets into
I mean, we have both sides to this story. A lot of questions around.
That gets into the motive, which probably relates to the Afghanistan situation. But the 9/11 Commission never asked who the military man was. They never investigated what the order was, and the 9/11 Commission report left out that entire piece of Minetta's testimony.
So, Earl, can folks get more information on this at colorado911visibility.org?
Yes, they can,
okay.
And they should also, if they want very good articles, there's a website called Journal of 9/11 Studies.
Great. We'll get more information to you as well. Let's go back to Gary Franchi and Aaron Harbour right now. Call us right now with your pledge of support. It really does make a difference in the programming, and it makes a difference in our community. So thanks so much. We'll see you later.